Good morning, friend. I am Neeraj Kumar Dinkar. Today we will discuss about the fire extinguisher. You know that fire extinguisher is very important for in case of any emergency in building, and if you are working in a construction sectors and operational buildings as a safety manager, facility managers, then and that is very helpful to you for the how to maintain the fire extinguishers, what is the requirement of fire extinguishers as per the national building code, which is very important because of that many people say around, say, if you are talking about the 80% people are not aware the fire extinguishers us details only for check, and fire extinguisher is available, and that is that is a enough job. If you are you can see fire extinguishers available in locations, so that is visual means you can say there is everything is good, but it is not enough because of that if you are living in a residential building, there are many fire extinguishers has been installed, but there is no maintenance, and even years to years there is nothing is any maintenance, any inspections, so that is not good for emergency because of each and everything's every equipments. If you are not proper maintenance, and that may be chance of not support to us in case of emergency. So fire extinguishers must be inspections, must be maintenance, annual, monthly, quarterly, 5 yearly. So that is very important, very important. So if you want to any emergency situations handles in your buildings and in your organizations, because of that I have personally observed that I am also safety officers, safety managers for the constructions and real estate organization, and there are total numbers of 180 fire extinguisher uh, provided installed in the um, fire hazards area. When I was started the inspections of fire extinguisher and thoroughly thoroughly check the thoroughly directly operations operate the fire extinguishers, around four fire extinguishers continue fail to operate it because of there are maintenance problems, some things nozzles leakage, something things their house pipe is not good, something some places are empathy fire extinguishers are available, some places are no no fire houses. How also, oh, that is a problems is there, problems in organizations and anywhere because of this type of leaking due to not proper maintenance, not proper supervisions by the teams, by the employees. So that can be very very difficult in case of any types of incidents, fire happen. So we cannot, you cannot control on immediate basis. If you are also observed that there are many fire extinguishers in constructions in buildings are available, but access are not there proper. So we will discuss step to step. So first we can start why we need to be fire extinguisher inspections. So and what is the who are responsible for the inspections and maintenance and refilling, because of that is a responsibility of employer and occupant and employer to maintain the proper fire extinguishers and refilling on time and inspections time to time. That is right, that clause 11.1 talk about the owner is responsible for the maintenance all those things in constructions and anywhere if you have provided the fire extinguisher. So if anyone ask to you, so you can directly explain them NBC code section part number 4 and section number 11.1. There is mentions owner, an agent or occupant, so who is occupied in the buildings. They are responsible to maintenance and inspection and refilling the fire extinguisher on time to time. Now we will discuss about the monthly inspections. Why we needs to be monthly and inspections of fire extinguisher, because of in case of don't inspections, the fire extinguishers may be malfunctioning, maybe some things damage, maybe some things house damage and everything's uh, and an internal part may be damaged. So we have to we will have to inspections, because of if don't do the inspections, then in case of any fire happen in your premises, then that fire extinguishers cannot support to who extinguish the fire, and maybe that is a triggers for the and maybe disasters in your buildings due to one fire extinguisher and fire extinguisher inspections is not proper in your place. That is behind the one reason. Many of fire cases happen in our India, as you are also, if you are watching the news TV and news papers, then there are many buildings are lacking in for the fire proper provided the fire extinguisher system and fire NOC by the governments. As per the Pune Municipal Corporations has observed, 400 buildings are there, which is not a fulfillment of fire fighting system, and not evidences the fire NOC. So they are also raised the 1 lakh penalty for the uh, if you are failed to the comply firefighting system in your building. So that is very important part. Now we will discuss about the maintenance. There are three types of maintenance you have to need. First is the monthly inspections, and second is the quarterly, and third is the yearly basis, and fourth is the 3 years and 4 years. Now we will discuss about the step to step. Who can extinguish fire extinguisher inspections on monthly basis? That is very important point. Who can, because of fire extinguishers maintenance and must be done by the competent people, so who are eligible, who are the competent and who are educated and trained of fire related and course done, so they can also do the inspections of fire extinguishers on monthly basis and put the sticker at inspections date, time, and next due date, name of inspectors and signs, and fit for use for this month. You can put the safety tag system inspections tag. That is, if verify, first you have to verify the fire extinguisher physical condition is good, and house as physically house condition is good, and there is access are there. Fire extinguishers keep on the hip. If you are talking about the fire extinguisher height where is you can keep, then that is a thumb rooms below the hips you can install your fire extinguishers. And as per 240 force 240 force meters, means 2 meters above the 2 meters height, you can install the fire extinguisher, so that can be easily anyone and remove easily anyone's operate this fire extinguishers. Because but you have to you have to consider as hip, your hip size. So that is a one thing. And another things, access. Sometimes you know that fire extinguishers keep in the very congested area, which is not visual. There is no access. uh, Peoples are not aware, so where is fire extinguishers keep in our floor and in our constructions area. So that is very important. To monthly basis you have to check the access, accessibles, visual of fire extinguisher, and every people's must are aware or not. So you have to conduct safety trainings and aware the peoples. Those peoples are working in your premises. They around 30% peoples must be trained, and they can use of fire extinguishers, because of if you have provided fire watchers, fire officers, then they cannot go anywhere if you have a 50 floors building. So employee must be aware and trained. They can use the fire extinguisher in case of any emergency, minimum 30%. So that is also right, that is also maintained in the NBC code. So first, monthly inspections and physically damage. If you are going to monthly inspections, physically inspections, access, verify the pin temper or not, house pipe damage conditions or not, and verify the gauge indicators. You know that there are gauge indicator two type. If you are using DCP, ACP, there is gauge indicator green and red, but you don't have a gauge indicator in the CO2. So how you can understand the fire extinguishers, each fire extinguisher each the uh, fulfill and not fulfill, how to who understand. So there is you can say a weight of fire extinguishers. There is mentions and weight, suppose that CO2 weight 5 kg, but there itself load is 3 kg, you know, whatever. So remove the fire extinguishers load, and what how much gases are there, you can understand. So that call a tear tear and that call out. I am not recalling because of so total weight you can understand the fire extinguisher, how much fire extinguishers um, refilling required or not, as per in CO2 also. Because of everyone, DCP also mentions there is refilling required or not. Now we will discuss about the quarterly basis inspections. Who will conduct the quarterly basis inspections? If you have any agency for the buildings maintenance fire extinguishers, then you can call them. All fire extinguishers must be uh, remove and check the internal part, internal also, and house pipe also check. Remove the house pipe if and blow in the house pipe. Because of there is any leakage, then you can understand, because sometimes your house pipe will be it damaged and something's leakage. If you are operate them, then extinguish then gas are not properly operate to extinguisher. So house pipe must be checked, and that is also mentioned in the 11th point, clause number 11.3. And clean the fire extinguishers internal part and internal part also, check the internal part and clean them, and external also clean, and check the valve and handles are properly. Sometimes you know that the base will be damaged, so you have to check valve, gauge and internal part and valid test. And you can also check the gauge and indicator gauge. The time sometimes there may be mistakes, sometimes may be damage. So in quarterly basis you have to check. Now we will discuss about the annual. Why annual? Because of you know that 89% 90% people are not aware about the why we need to be annual check. Some people are, are talk about the no, we needs to be hydrostatic test, but there is nothing required on yearly basis. Now we will discuss about the what we should check. Suppose that if you have a foam type of extinguishers, then you have to check hydro test in every 2 years. And if you have DCP, ACP, then you have to hydro test in every 3 years. If you have using CO2, then you have to check the hydro test within the every 5 years. So that is a criteria which is defined in the NBC codes. No, 5 years, 5 years, if you have completed the fire extinguisher more than 9 kg to 50 kg for the foam types, then you have to do hydrostatics test in 5 years. Mechanical foam 9 to 50 kg, that also check the, and metals discipline and clean. So that should be checked under the PESO, Petroleum Explosive Safety Organizations and Gas Cylinders Rule 2016, which is mentioned the hydrostatics test. Now we will discuss about the yearly. What you have to check the yearly basis. If you are going to yearly checks, then and that is a totally different. You have to remove the cartridge and check the cartridge is good conditions, there is fulfilled, and internal part is not junk. Suppose that internal all part are junk due to some maintenance, so you have to check the internal part and check the some few fire extinguishers must be used, and what types of you have problems face in fire extinguishers. Accordingly, the you have to check all fire extinguisher internal and external part, and what is the status of the gases under the extinguisher. So yearly basis inspections must be by the agency if you have hired any agency. Otherwise, if you have any competent peoples, then you can do it. So that today we will discuss about the extinguishers inspections, why we need to be fire extinguisher, portable fire extinguishers inspections on the site. So if you are talking about the construction site, there are very lacking and lapses of the fire extinguishers maintenance. Sometimes you are not rich on the fire extinguisher. Sometimes the fire extinguishers keep in the very poor area. There is water surrounding the water. There is a very mud, but the fire extinguishers keep in that area. So that is a negligence. If you have a safety professional, so then you have to understand when we require the fire extinguishers. In case of fire, you require fire extinguisher. In case of fire, your fire extinguishers not working. So what is purpose of you have installed how many types of fire extinguisher in your places? So that is a major problem is there. In case of emergency, you are not any accidents not aware to you today. A accidents happens. So emergency equipments, what types of emergency equipments on site, you have to proper maintenance, because of maintenance is required, because of in case of emergency if you don't have maintenance, then very difficult to handle the situations, and that may be triggers of and maybe convert in the disaster in your building. So guys, I hope you are understand, and I am also try to best knowledge, and also I am learning from these types of safety awareness on YouTube.